the night, you're here with Mike in the night. Let's just talk about the world, give this page another turn, 'cause you're here with us tonight. Everything's alright when you're here with Mike in the night. Mike in through the night, you're here with Mike in the night. Giving the world light when you're here with Mike in the night. Mike in through the night, you're here with Mike in the night. Sometimes things are just absurd, so let's just talk about the world, 'cause you're here with us tonight. Mike in through the night, you're here with Mike in the night. Mike in through the night, you're here with Mike in the night. Let's just talk about the world, give this page another curl, 'cause you're here with us tonight.
Welcome to Mike in the Night. And it's a bit late. I started a bit late, guys. I wish to apologize now. I did sleep, and I slept in. I came home, spent some time with the wife and kids, watching TV together. I brought home Chinese food for all of us to eat, and having a good time. And then we went to read some Bible, and just for the sake of reading some children's Bible books. And I fell asleep, and I woke up now. But I feel good. I feel really recharged, awake. And I'm really happy to be with you guys here tonight with Mike in the Night. The day is the 8th of October, 2018. And for most of the world, it is the 9th of October, 2018. And it is 9:27 p.m. I am 25 minutes late, guys. Sorry about that. Okay, we got Pete Swag. We got Hi Vlogs channel. Shout out. Who else do I got here? Kevin Worthington, Andrea Nicotina, Andre Nicotina, Mystery Blue Space Entity, and Peter Swag. In the comments so far, joining us tonight for Mike in the Nights. Yes, it is December, not October. Steve the Plumber in the house. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining me, guys. I can't believe. So this is really nice. This was published 2 days ago from Ottawa, from Reuters. Canada adds a record number of jobs. I did do this story earlier today on my channel, so if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I think you should. But jobs, full-time jobs surged by 89,000. Wow. This is really good. You know what I'm saying? This is really good. That Canada, I don't know where they got these jobs from, but they're full-time, real jobs from what they've been saying. And Statistics Canada on Friday, a gain of 94,100 jobs on a stronger full-time hiring, he said. The jobless rate had fallen 5.6%. Analysts in the Reuters poll had forecast 11,000 new positions. But no, they were wrong. 94,100 new positions. And what was it? 70-something thousand was just last month alone? Wow. 89,000 full-time jobs on stronger private sector hiring, while part-time positions edged up by 4,100. Wow. So where did we get this, the 94,100 increase in the number of jobs created, a 0.5% month-on-month jump, is the largest record, eclipsing 94,000 in March of 2012. That is phenomenal. That is phenomenal. Yeah, this is phenomenal. No one believes this. Then we have Catherine from South Africa in the comments. Kevin Thompson is very upset because he gets put on timeouts. So I will make him a moderator. There you go. He calls it the Goon Squad. There you go, Kevin Thompson. You're part of the Goon Squad now, all right? So relax. Relax. Take a pill and chill and enjoy Mike in the Night. So, already quite a few people watching so quick in the show. I want to thank everyone for joining us. Do you guys believe this? There it is here. I gotta let them run ads on my crap. I gotta remove. Okay. There we go. Canada gains 94,100 jobs. Like, the reason why this is one of my... I'm bringing up these numbers here, it's because this is all over the news. There's, I don't know, like 13 articles about this right now. 94,100 jobs and unemployment rate drops to a record low. Wow. And the number I was looking for is actually in this article, right here. The labor force numbers grew 77,200 last month, the biggest one-month gain since 2012. 77,200 last month. I don't think they're going to cut rates. I need to see if Steve... I saw Steve in the comments there. I'm not sure if he's still there. I want to ask him, because we talk about jobs all the time, and job numbers and weakness in job numbers, and could this thing be a little bit of kind of a story that gets out there so they can satisfy raising rates? Let's see if Steve picks up. Come on, Stevie, pick up. Who the hell is this, Steve, buddy? How are you?
You know, surviving, trying to live the dream.
Good for you, buddy. Listen, I got a question. You know what I'm going to ask you. 77.
What you're going to ask me? Go ahead.
77,200 jobs created last month. Private sector full-time jobs, beating 2012 in Canada. Canada creates 94,100 jobs. Unemployment rates drop to record level. What the heck is going on? Where are these jobs, Steve? In what sector?
Yeah, it's going to be a combination of, well, first and foremost, I mean, we have to look at the overall participation factor. You have a lot of holiday season jobs. And, I mean, yeah, you can count them as, full-time, seasonal jobs, if you will. A lot of jobs were created as well within the new marijuana sector, the cannabis sector. However, I think a lot of these jobs are bogus, and these numbers are way out to lunch. They can't possibly be accurate. I know people that are losing jobs and going to continue to lose their jobs. I don't know what to say there, Mike. It's something is not right.
Because remember, we got the GM closure, the plant closure, and how many people was that? Like 3,000?
Well, keep in mind those jobs are still active, and they're going to be active for basically another year.
Okay, so they're going to start fizzling them out slowly.
Yeah, so they won't actually. They're walking papers till 30 days before the end of 2019, I would imagine.
Mm-hmm.
But rumor has it that Ford and Chrysler are all going to go ahead and start cutting jobs. In actual fact, I confirmed that today with somebody who works at Ford.
So, November-based gains, all these jobs. So if it's not real, why is it on? I believe you, Steve, that it's not real. I believe you, it's not real. 100 million gazillion %. Sorry, I'm getting a gazillion pop-ups here. Ooh, look at that girl. Oh, I just won 125 spins, Steve.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Did the girl come with a sim?
Oh, this girl wants to meet me. Yeah.
Russian mail order bride or what?
Yeah. Anyways, okay, so let's get back to what I was saying. So, do you think they're massaging these with these? There's about 13 articles with the same numbers, and they're all loaded. You could tell that not a single one of these news places actually went out and picked up something and actually try to figure out statistics before printing out the story. So the story is headlined in every major news Canadian headline. My question to you is, are they doing this to massage the people into raising rates?
Well, it's funny. There was a very dovish tone coming from Mr. Polas. And for people who don't know who that is, Stephen Polas is the Bank of Canada governor. In one sentence, his tone is very dovish, and then the next sentence saying, rates have to rise. And of course, organized real estate are now saying, oh, don't worry, people, rates aren't going to rise. Everything's going to be fine. And that's the last thing you want people to think. In actual fact, I do believe rates will rise. Do I think they're going to get to 3% by the end of 2019? I highly doubt it. 2.5 would probably be a good safe bet. However, look where the economy is. They come out with this jobs report, and without digressing, they have all these jobs, and things are great, so on and so forth. But yet, everything else is weighing down on the economy, and it appears it's going to be a struggle to get to 2% or anything over 2% as a benchmark overnight lending rate for the Bank of Canada. So that said, are they artificially inflating these job numbers, massaging them to suggest that things are great, things are on the up and up for the purposes of seeing rates rise? I don't think so. I think this may be politically driven, and I'm not trying to go after a conspiracy theory here, but at the same point in time, if this actually makes rates rise, then fantastic. Rates do need to rise regardless. I'm at a crossroads here, Mike. What do you think?
I honestly think they're doing this because our oil's taking a beating, and our lots of jobs scheduled for the cutting block in the next couple of months, especially after the holiday season. I think they're just trying to make people... Oh, Steve, what if they're trying to make people spend for Christmas? Don't worry, there's so many jobs. Go spend, spend, spend. Drive the economy.
Well, they could be trying to inject some false stimulus or false consumer confidence within the economy. However, that's not going to work because people can't spend what they don't have. And actually, I retract that. They will spend what they don't have. But once they're done spending what they don't have, it comes to a point in time where they just can't spend anymore. And that's where people are at today. Mm-hmm. They have over-leveraged themselves, and they're underwater to the point where people just cannot, they'll just never get out of debt. With bankruptcies on the rise and everything else, I sent you that article, or we spoke about it. You had and anybody that said, oh, relax, it's only 9% or 9.2, or let's chalk it up to 10%. That's a huge jump. And, people just say, oh, it's only 10%. Well, you know what? 10% is 10%. And that's what we know about as of right now. Now, let's go 90 days from now. And it's going to be a lot more. And it's just going to continue to grow and grow and grow. People are at the point where they just can't spend any more borrowed money because they're not worth that amount of money anymore. The asset that they had, whether it's a house or a car, is already leveraged to the max. It's not going up in value anymore. We're in for a mean reversion period with respect to housing as an asset class.
Okay, well, I got one here, not so jolly in the UK. Consumer sentiment down ahead of holiday season. This is in the United Kingdom. It's down 13%, consumer sentiment. Lowest level in 11 months since 1984. Consumer sentiment down.
If you look at that, and then you look at the overall tone of the real estate market in Vancouver, for example, sales are down 40-something% year over year.
Yeah.
And then I think Steve Soreski said that prices are down about 10% from the peak across the board, and obviously much larger price reductions with respect to the detached luxury market. He also had said a very interesting thing regarding TD Bank. Obviously, them leading the way with scrutinizing P-block and factoring that into your total debt service ratio, regardless if it's racked to the point of no return or you owe nothing on it. They're also going ahead and they're stopping a lot of their construction loans. In other words, Mike, you and I would go buy a house. We buy the land free and clear for $400,000, $500,000 for simple math, and then we need $1 million to build a house, for example. Those construction loans are a thing of the past almost now. They're not lending.
Okay, I got this one right here. Consumer confidence plummets in Alberta amid oil prices crisis. Consumer confidence is down across Canada, but nowhere like Alberta. Polling and Nano's research conducted for Bloomberg News shows that household sentiments in the Western province recorded its second lowest reading in a weekly surveys going back to early 2013 that make Alberta's households still the richest in the country, easily at least hopeful amid in its oil patch that has seen prices for Canadian heavy-duty crude drop to record lows. The deterioration in the sentiment of oil-producing province also suggests Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's budget update 2 weeks ago, which include tax cuts for business investment and nothing specific for the industry, did little to assuage those concerns. On Sunday, Alberta Premier Rachel Notley ordered an unprecedented output cut to ease the crisis. So this is it. Albertans are against the lot, and it looks like Ontario worries. Also, consumer confidence at all-time lows, people not buying new cars and big-ticket items anymore. And another article here by the Retail Gazette. Consumer spending at department stores down for the 13th month in a row. Wow. This is an American article, and it's saying that basically people are not spending money at retail department stores like they used to. And it fell by 7.1%, and this sector remains one of the hardest hit by ongoing challenges plaguing UK and US retailers.
Well, Mike, I wholeheartedly believe that. Auto sales are down considerably. Better Dwelling had an article out, I think it's on the 6th of December, saying Canada's money supply points to an economic slowdown around the corner, basically. So everything's pointing, all signs are pointing to the fact that the economy is receding. And the icing on the cake truly is, go to a dealership, see how much metal they have on their lot.
I like it when they try to especially when they're super pushy. I like to go there just to get someone's, like, I'm not trying to be mean. I just go there pretend to look around with the family like I'm going to buy something when I'm really not. And then I'm like, we're okay, sir. We don't need a hand. And they come and force themselves on us. I'm like, I'm not buying anything. We're just looking. But they just keep coming and forcing themselves on you when you tell them that you're just looking. You know what I'm saying?
And the reason why they're forcing themselves on you is because they really need to start moving this inventory, because if you look at their actual lot, it's loaded.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing that really, really was an eye-opener. You know Yorkdale Mall in Toronto, right, Mike?
Yep.
Usually in December on a Saturday, you know, you can't really find a parking spot readily available in December. And I went to Yorkdale Mall. I found a parking spot today within 5 seconds.
Wow, that's a record in December. Because usually you can't move around in that mall around this time.
Absolutely. Granted, they do have quite a bit more parking, but I mean for December, the lots are just full. End of story. You can barely move. You're absolutely right.
But yeah, it's really shocking to see that. Okay, UK car market down 3% in November. China car sales poised for the first annual drop in 28 years. Wow, I didn't even know they made cars. I didn't know that China made its own cars. I don't know if I would trust them, but the cars, I don't know if I would trust them, right? Jaguar sales down 4.6%. That's 44,282 units in October, down sales right across the board. Yeah, Jaguar. General Motors stock down 14%. Global economy late cycle. They're calling it a late cycle.
Oh, they can call it whatever they want. I'm a firm believer that this is us going into a recession, which is long overdue. We need to hit that reset button, and we need to accept the write-downs and write-offs and foreclosures and power of sales, whatever you want to call it. This is all good. This all needs to happen. It should have happened years ago. We merely skipped it, and it's just going to be that worse. We're that much worse off this time around. I'm seeing it right, left, and center. There's 5 next week that we have to go to, Mike. 5
foreclosures.
Procurement. Yes, 5.
I'm very sorry to hear that, bud. It hurts. It hurts when you got, when you're taking people's homes away, or when you're scheduled to slate to take people's homes away. It does hurt. You feel it inside you that that a family's not going to be there. Tell us the story again about the guy freaking out in the bank, where he was freaking out that he has nowhere to sleep and they're taking everything he's got.
Well, he was blaming the bank. Saying, "Oh, you allowed me to take on this much debt, so I thought because I qualified, I'd be okay. There wouldn't be any issues, and now you're taking my house because I can't afford to pay it. I've been a customer of yours for 20 years, or so many years. Again, maybe it wasn't 20 years, maybe it was 10 years. I can't remember what he said, but he was in total deflection mode, blaming it on the bank. And there's an old saying, just because you can do something and you can qualify for something, doesn't necessarily mean.
Anon's got a really good one here. Reports have surfaced that some auto dealers are pre-reporting sales of vehicles before they find a buyer to keep up with the sales quotas.
I believe it. I absolutely believe it. I know that they can go ahead and say that they have this car sold, and that car sold, and they can report it to the manufacturer saying, we have X amount of cars already sold or anticipated to be sold. Put them in as cash deals or whatever it may be, and hope to God by the end of the month they hit that target.
Well, we're seeing it all across the board. So apparently Canada gained 94,000 jobs, and 70, was it 70? I'll get the exact numbers here. 77,200 were just last month alone. So that's a very, very bizarre announcement to make right across Canada. And UK's consumer sentiment down ahead of the holidays. Consumer confidence plummets in Alberta as oil prices crisis. Consumer spending at department stores down for the 13th month in a row. It's not good. We could see the patterns right here developing right in front of our eyes, Stephen. Anyway, Steve, I want to thank you for being there on the side there for us, because I needed someone to fill in to help me with this consumer spending and where it's headed. You basically answered all our questions.
Well, not a problem, Mike. It's good to be with you again, and I'll stay tuned to the rest of it.
We'll talk. We'll have you on trends in the housing market on Wednesday, okay?
Yeah, sure. I'm looking forward to it. All right, Mike, you take care. We'll talk real soon. Bye.
Good night, bro. Bye. So we got Steve on, giving us a little bit of thing. I had to call him once I saw this, because he keeps talking about job losses and stuff. And when Canada gained 94,000 jobs recently, full-time private sector jobs, I had to call him. I had to call him. Because we keep talking about job losses, and then now all of a sudden, what are they massaging us for? Look at this. Globe and Mail, Financial Post, everywhere. This article's up with every major news media outlet in Canada. Yeah. Wait, Antifa violence breaks out in Ottawa, protest against global compact for migration. What is this? Antifa? Antifa's nice. Are they talking about the animal protection, North American? I can't make an acronym up for Antifa. If someone could make one up for Antifa, Antifa's a bunch of garbage. Let's see what they're trying to do now. Antifa in Ottawa. Yep, here we go. Antifa violence breaks out at Ottawa protest against global compact for migration. Police have already started cracking down on both sides of the demonstration at the UN's Global Compact of Migration. More than a dozen groups have coverage in Ottawa today voiced their opinions to the Trudeau government's impending signature in Marrakesh, Morocco, of a multinational pact that they argue will turn over Canada's sovereignty to globalist interests. We are soon met by organizer bands of Antifa counter-protests who did not hesitate to use violence, according to eyewitnesses, according to two sources of the crowd working with the post-millennial. The thing is, with Antifa, all you need is, like, I don't know if you guys remember Russell Crowe in South Park, where he jumped in and just started beating up on like 30, 40 people at the same time, and he won. That's like Antifa. All you need to do is a good, strong guy. One strong guy in there could take out half of that Antifa block. Protest against the Global Compact for Migration turns violent. Police also outlawed protesters wearing yellow jackets such as those worn in Paris by people fighting with the recent increases in the gas taxes. Organized groups oppose global compact migration, such as... You see, in Canada, you can't organize in Canada. You see, you can't wear those yellow vests in Canada. In Canada, it's like, you can't wear those yellow vests. They're like, oh, okay, I'll take it off, sir. Here you go, sir. Taking off the yellow vest. But in France, which we'll get to soon... In France, it's a little bit different. You go ahead and try and tell them to take off the yellow vests in France. Just before 11 a.m., anti-compact demonstrations from La Meute, Lahordi, and other groups gathered. Some brought their children and personed taking the video can be heard saying Antifa are waiting for them on the other side. An anti-terror expert of Quinn gave a speech. Okay, guys, what is this for? Maxime Bernier, leader of People's Party of Canada, sponsored by the sponsor of Parliamentary Petition E 1906, opposing the Compact of Migration, is expected to speak soon. Guys, what is this Compact of Migration? Could somebody in the comment section maybe fill me in here? It is E 1906. Government of Canada has a duty to ensure the rights and well-being of Canadians. The maintenance of borders, limited merit-based immigration are essential to our rights and well-being. I don't know what this is, guys. Oh, in a nutshell, Peter is saying Canada agrees to take 10 million Africans. Wow. So, what is Antifa is the biggest joke. Okay, so that's somebody calling me here. I don't know why I have Skype on my computer. It is very interesting to know why. I don't know why, but I never uploaded Skype on my computer. It's on my phone. So, Okay, we're getting all these confusing signals here. Hello.
Oh, hey, it's Blue Space Entity. I'm just up north. So I sent you a Facebook group page, and there was a massive turnout at town halls Canada-wide, Edmonton, Calgary, Vancouver, Ottawa, Toronto, the other prairie provinces, Manitoba, Saskatchewan. So, yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. I'm listening to you. Okay, so what's going on with this? Apparently, Peter is telling me that, in a nutshell, Canada is allowing 10 million people from Africa to migrate here or something?
Well, what the Global Compact on Migration is Canada signing the sovereignty over to the the United Nations, which is being ran by Saudi Arabia. And what's going to happen is basically we lose control of our borders, which has already happened. They're going to say that anyone can come into Canada and take her. It's going to be. I mean, if it goes through here in a few days, this country is done. Basically, take her freedoms away, like freedom of speech. So if you criticize it or anything, what will happen is you can go to jail, you can be charged, or if media outlets try to talk out against immigration or anything, they can be completely shut down. And they want to disperse 245 million immigrants to the countries that sign on. A lot of countries have pulled out of it. And today I watched, there was a bunch of live streams on that Facebook group page, and there was a lot of people who turned out to these protests nationwide, like lots, thousands. Calgary was packed, Edmonton was packed. So yeah, there was a big turnout today. And I'm pretty proud for people to show up. I'm out in a rural community, or else I would have showed up. So.
Okay, so here it is. There's a lot of immigration minister defends UN migration pact. Oh, you know what's gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
United States will close its border to us. We will have a closed border with the United States.
So after we talk about this, I want to talk about the flu shots. So we'll try and stay on track here, but I saw stuff about the flu shots of people going paralyzed, losing their vision, and dying from the flu shots, and they're advertising it nationwide at Vancouver, but all the buses are starting to plaster it. But let's stay on the topic here. I'm very knowledgeable, so ask away.
No, I'm just saying. I think this will close the border between Canada and the U.S. I don't think the United States of America will keep its border open with us much longer.
No, America wants to shut down their border with us because of potential terrorists coming into our country. They don't want our country turning into a potential terrorist base. And the guy, I forget his name, I think it's Tom Quiggins, who released that report, talks about it. America, Trump cares about the people of Canada. He knows that the people of Canada are aware of what's going on, but what's happening is Trump doesn't like the leader of Canada. The only reason why he did that trade deal is for the people of Canada. So I know he's looking after his own country, but he's aware of the situation. People are aware. So are you okay with going to that face group page? Everything on Help Canadians First Facebook group page, everything's posted up there. I use Facebook just to get information. I have a fake account, so
Everything Canadian?
Help Canadians First. It's in the chat. It's right above the article I sent.
No, I don't have it open on my computer.
Okay, here, I'm just gonna grab it. So it's facebook.com/groups. I'm just gonna put it in the chat here. There's a wealth of information on there. So here, I'm just gonna put it in there. Okay, can you see it? Groups Help Canadian. It's facebook.com. You can just hop on there.
Yeah,
there's a lot of live streams, but some of them will be buried because the way the group works is if someone comments, then it goes to the top. But they should be in there. I'm on there right now, and there's a lot of information on there.
Okay. It's not even letting me open the page.
Oh, here, I'm going to share my screen. If I share my screen, it won't show everyone on. I don't care. Can you see my screen?
Hold on, I'm just trying to...
There's a lot of garbage floating around on here, too, but there was some good posts made today, so you just have to scroll down quite a ways.
Okay, I'm trying to get it open here. It's not giving me the page at all. It's telling me that there's just something about Let's Praise Justin Trudeau page here.
Can you see my screen?
Oh, here it is. Is it Help Canadian vets first, not refugees or immigrants?
Do you see my screen? All you gotta do is go /groups Help Canadians First. It should take you right there.
Okay, I got it. All right, here it is, guys.
But yeah, scroll down. Like once you have to scroll a little bit down because they get buried but there's a lot of stuff in there. So, But yeah, no. In Edmonton, the leader of the National Citizens Alliance was being live streamed. So, yeah. There we go. I'm starting to see it. You just have to scroll down really far, but there's a lot of stuff just in this page. It's just crazy, the wealth of information in this page. Like some of the things in here are kind of, how do you say it? Like just pictures or stuff. But yeah, there's a lot. I'm just going to pass you some of the live streams I was watching, so I'm not sure if they're there, but I'll check. But the other thing, too, is if you go to these media outlets, a complete blackout on the Paris riots. I went and searched all of these media outlets that are supposedly fake outlets, right? And there is a complete blackout. You don't hear anything about what's happening in Germany, Poland, France, or you don't even hear anything about the, oh, there they are, right here. Can you see? I'm just going to pass you off the link. So can you see my screen?
Yeah, I'm on that page. I'm there.
Yeah, they're really far down, but there's a lot of stuff posted. So anyway,
I have this one here. The article I have here that ties to it. I have it here. Where'd it go? There it is. The one where the lady's on the bridge. Right here. Say no to the UN Chilliwack progress. Here it is here on the Facebook page on the bridge. Up at Chilliwack. And people basically... Let's see what this guy has to say here. Hold on a sec.
If you scroll down really far, it should be there. But
you got some serious words happening in there.
How you doing?
Hello!
Right on.
So what should we be doing with Trudeau right now?
Well, we got to give him the boot. We got to get rid of him because this is serious. A lot of people don't understand how serious this really is because our freedom of speech is going to be gone. You know, like the UN came right out in the meeting and said that if you speak out or say anything opposing this immigration compact, you will be arrested. It will be under hate crimes. That's total communism, and we need to put a stop to that. Then he pointed his finger to the media, and he said, you, the media, if you give a platform, or if you say, or you allow anybody to speak out against this immigration, we will shut you down, was his exact words. So we have to take a stand for Canadian and Canada and for our Canadian rights, and that's what this is about. It's a peaceful protest saying, hey, you know what, we don't stand for that.
So as more and more Canadians find out about this, we're seeing this unique rallying effort that's bringing Canadians from coast to coast together. Do you think that this will be the issue finally that will wake Canadians up and say enough is enough, we're not selling out our nation?
I hope so. I know Google's going to crash today. A lot of people don't know about it. They don't know what this means. Like, I mean, people driven by and they said, what is the UN compact? So hopefully they do their education and they find out. But, you know, the mainline media, they just don't cover it.
Nope.
I mean, you know, Trudeau just gave $600 million to CDC. And, I mean, we know what happens with that, right? You know, that's bribery. And unfortunately, we don't have any media coverage here. And apparently even in New West, there's about, I don't know, there's about 400 or 500 people at the New West at Wellington, and there's no media coverage. Why wouldn't you have media coverage? You get 10 people standing outside of a home saying something, and right away, there's the media. So it's tainted a different way. So we have to do this.
Yep. And is it time that Canadians then took initiative on their own and joined the groups that are bringing and restoring Canada back to what it should be? Take the initiative. Don't wait for someone to pull you along. Look at what's going on and get busy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I just find it that a lot of Canadians are complacent, though. You know, they're complacent, they're asleep. You know, we're not against immigration at all. We're not against immigration at all. But when you're talking about bringing in 1 million people, which is what our immigration minister has said, 1 million people by the year 2020, that's in less than 2 years. That's a lot of people. We can't handle that. And then a lot of them are illegals coming in too. And you know what? The European countries, you know, like the United States, Poland, Hungary, Austria, Australia, France, Belgium, they've all pulled out because they see what's going on. They see the chaos, they see the violence. I don't want my daughter's kids raped, okay? I don't want your kids raped. And we need to take a stand. It's not a racist thing at all. One fellow over there, a liberal guy, was talking to me and he asked me if it's racist. I said, absolutely not. I said, I'm actually going to an East Indian church tomorrow for a Christmas dinner. One of my best friends is Asian. I mean, you know, this has got nothing to do with race. This has to do with Canadian rights.
Somebody said that this borderlines on tax slavery as well because of all the government jobs that are going to be manufactured under the guise of accommodating this. With no new revenue coming into the nation, they're going to want more and more of our tax dollars, and essentially Canadians are becoming tax slaves.
Absolutely.
To the Liberal government.
Yeah, and you know what else is happening, but a lot of people don't understand, is a lot of these illegal immigrants, even when they come into Canada, it costs $14,000 to $34,000 just to get them landed here. That's not accommodating their, you know, with food and shelter and other things. We have to pay for that. That's my money. That's your money.
Well, and this agreement also guarantees them to have information brochures written in their language, access to the legal system, access to legal representation. Those are all manufactured jobs that somebody has to pay for them, and it's going to be your kids and my kids that are doing that. Exactly. And that's not fair or right. That's tax slavery.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you so much. I mean, we are just getting awesome response here. All right, all you protesters, give me a yeah!
it right there, guys. I want you guys to join this page. I'm just trying to get the page open. I don't know why it's giving me... all these weird other pages keep coming up, so it's almost like the page doesn't exist. It keeps coming up with other pages. There's Culture Guard right here. This is where the video is from. No to the UN's illegal immigration agenda. Amazing people uniting on 232nd overpass with Canadians to say no to Trudeau. So here it is. Video, highway overpass protest in Langley against the United Nations Compact immigration in Langley. This is pretty bad, guys. This page here is called Culture Guard. Culture Guard. Go ahead and join it if you want. It's got 1,609 people that like it. Protecting Canadian culture, basically. There it is. Culture Guard if you guys want to join. This is getting very serious. This is getting out of control. I don't know when things are gonna... I don't know why they're doing this. Here it is. Help Canadians First group. So if you guys want to join this one here, here it is. Help Canadians First. It has... doesn't show how many... it's not showing here how many members it has. But if you guys want to join this group, go ahead. And I'm not sure how many members. It doesn't say here. It's probably big. If there's no members, if it doesn't show you who the members are or how many members, it's probably a big deal. So join this one too. Help Canadians First. What is happening to Canada, people? This is scary. This is very scary. All right, let's move on. So Canada is massaging people and making them feel good. Global Compact for Migration. Canada set to sign out on the UN Migration Pact. Here's what you need to know. Okay, well, let's see if this is something that could help us here to give us a little bit of I don't know, there's a basketball player laying in bed. So it looks like, come on. Oh, here's the king. This is our leader.
Can be proud of is that we are showing leadership on one of the important issues around the world, which is migrations, and one of the things that Canadians can be proud of is that we are showing leadership on one of the important issues around the world, which is migrations and immigration. We are demonstrating that rigorous systems and an open policy actually leads to economic growth and economic advantages and stronger communities, and being able to do this in a way that shows global leadership and of course does not impinge upon our own sovereignty is something I think Canadians can be proud of.
Canada sanction MPS.
Understand what he said, but I have no idea what he said there, why he's bringing this up with this migration pact. This is what he claims. Stupid music, so he could flag my stupid video. Losers. They put up music in this crap so that then somebody uses their material for our commercial, they go ahead and run. Losers.
Justin Trudeau's Liberal government keep growing, with immigration now a polarizing issue. In recent months, the number of irregular border crossers has been on a downward trend, but a new poll out tonight shows even more Canadians believe the numbers are still too high. Our Ottawa Bureau Chief Mercedes Stevenson is looking into the growing challenge facing the feds. Mercedes.
Colleen, the Trudeau government is trying to convince Canadians they have nothing to worry about when it comes to the number of irregular border crossings into Canada. But clearly, it's an uphill climb. After a new poll showed that more than 2/3 of Canadians consider the flow of asylum seekers entering the country to be a crisis and believe Canada's ability to handle the situation is hitting its limit. But Bill Blair, the man who was just named minister in charge of border security, was in Toronto today saying the concerns are more hype than reality.
It is my responsibility to be able to reassure Canadians that we are dealing with this in a responsible way.
The number of irregular border crossings has skyrocketed in recent years, but Blair points out there's been a recent drop in the number of illegal border crossings. 600 fewer people walked across the border between May and June, but the July numbers aren't out yet. Despite the downward trend, the City of Toronto is struggling to house people as shelters have been overflowing, forcing officials to house asylum seekers in hotels and college dorms, and rapidly running out of room. Today, the federal government delivered a promised $11 million in funding and announced they will be renting more hotel rooms in order to move hundreds of asylum seekers out of the college dorms as students prepare to return to school. Toronto Mayor John Tory welcomed the plans, but says more needs to be done.
This is an important step forward, but it's by no means, neither of us presented it today as the ultimate solution.
The federal opposition have criticized the plans as a band-aid solution, and the province of Ontario is demanding Ottawa foot a $200 million bill to pay asylum seekers' costs.
So, Mercedes, how is all of this affecting Justin Trudeau's approval numbers?
Trudeau is vulnerable on this, Colleen. Canadians are questioning his ability to manage the situation. Today's poll showed that more Canadians say they trust Conservative leader Andrew Scheer to handle this issue than the Prime Minister, including a sizable segment of Liberal and NDP voters. Colleen?
Thanks, Mercedes.
Wow. This is really getting out of control. And like the other guy said, earlier in the other article that we were reading, or the guy in the video stated that nobody knows about this, and this is not in any media around. It's a big problem. Here it is, Migration Pact.
CJ tried everything to...
Oh my god, CJ's trying to sleep here. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. This guy's trying to sleep. I gotta wait for this crap to end. Come on.
Non-binding agreements like the Global Compact on Migration can become customary international law and inform the interpretation of domestic law. This compact also contains language around sensitizing and educating journalists on how they should report about immigration. Canadians want their government, not foreign entities, to be in control of our immigration system, a system that is orderly, compassionate, and fair. Will the Prime Minister assure Canadians that he will not sign on to the United Nations Global Compact on migration?
Prime Minister. It's interesting, Mr. Speaker, in a question about sensitizing journalists, he's quoting rebel media talking points. Mr. Speaker, we are going to continue to stand up for immigration, knowing that defending diversity is a source of strength and welcoming people through a rigorous immigration system from around the world is what has made Canada strong, and indeed something the world needs more of, not less of, like they want to bring in.
L'honorable député de Rimouski-Neigette, Témiscouata-les-Basses.
The all-new Ram 50.
Nobody cares about the new Ram. Let's wait till this one. This one talks about Canada's... guys, if I put ad block, it won't let me go to the article. So, the ads... This is Canada, guys. You gotta watch the ads and enjoy them.
Plan to sign Canada on to the UN Global Compact on migration. It gives influence over Canada's immigration system to foreign entities. It attempts to influence how our free and independent media report on immigration issues. And it could open the door to foreign bureaucrats telling Canada how to manage our borders. Canadians and Canadians alone should make decisions on who comes into our country and under what circumstances. Les Canadiens et les Canadiennes seulement devraient décider qui vient dans notre pays et dans quel...
Okay, now he's speaking like some super foreign language I don't understand. But anyways, I wanted to throw this up there because that's a kind of a big deal. But... So what is the Pact's objectives? The global compact for safe, orderly, regular migration purports to set out a common understanding shared by responsibilities and unity of purpose of regarding migration. It claims to be rooted in shared understanding that better international cooperation is needed to handle migration in a way that is fair to states, but protects the human rights of a migration and refugee. But don't migrants, this is what I learned when I was in grade school. Migrants or zones of pain where there's mass migration, don't they just walk to the nearest country and set up tent and then try and find a way to go from there? How do they come to Canada? I mean, it's you're really far. If you look at the Geneva Convention, the Geneva, whatever it was, it's always the nearest border, the nearest country. So if there's a zone of pain or a zone of mass exodus, they usually walk. Now they're getting first-class tickets here, which is really, 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 really scary, because you just go to the nearest country where the problem isn't there. I don't know how they're coming all the way to Canada. Yeah, okay, Canada will be open, but get over here. How's about that? Making a rule. Okay, get over here then if you want to come here. If I want to go to, let's say, Sudan or Somalia or something, I'm going to have to jump on a plane. I'm going to have to pay for it. I'm going to have to set up an itinerary. I just can't go there. There's no one in Sudan or in those countries or Somalia is going to pay for my ticket for me to go there. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't understand. I don't understand. So everyone's freaking out about the million migrants here, but no one's talking about this one that's been going on for a while. And I keep bringing this one up all the time because it ties in. Says foreign. Unless the article was taken down. Because I want to bring up that article that I brought up a few times. How Canada is bringing in 500,000 Chinese per year. So everyone's worried about 1 million people, but this has been going on in the background here. There's Trudeau there with the Chinese foreign minister. See, Canada wants to increase visas, increasing from China to 500,000 per year. Opening up more visa offices could help Canada compete for Chinese workers, students, and the lucrative tourist business. So 500,000 Chinese per year. I mean, no one's looking at that. Everyone's looking at this migration UN thing. And there's the article. Canada wants more Chinese workers, students, and tourists. But there's no jobs for the... Well, you know what? We just created, it says right here, 94,000 jobs last month, but that doesn't cover the 500,000 Chinese per year they want. And the scary part is, this article's from 2016, and it's never been updated. That's the scary part. And then you go to Canada Census, Immigration Census, nothing's updated. And if it is, it's a lie. Immigration Minister defends UN Migration Pact. This is crazy. I don't know what is happening here. I don't know why they're doing this. Why doesn't Canada, like the other guy said, that was there speaking, basically saying that just let Canada make its decisions for Canada. Let the Canadians make decisions for Canadians. Why is Canada taking this path of uncertainty and gloom and darkness? Like, let Canadians make their decisions. You know, and the reason why I'm so on this is that Canada back in the late 90s and early 2000s closed immigration to all of Europe except France. Shut down immigration. We're in a bit of trouble because where is this going to end? Dutch bank needs to crash. Just push the reset button. It's over. Give people back their gold. I found this the other day. A fungus that can eat plastic has been discovered in Pakistan. Wow. That kind of threw me for a curveball because they've discovered a fungus in Pakistan? would have known? Housing slowdown is here, and these 10 cities are getting hit the hardest. Here we go, guys. Number 1, Stockton, California. Number 2, San Jose. Number 3, San Francisco. Number 4, Nashville, Tennessee. Number 5, San Diego. Number 6, Oxnard, California. Number 7, Honolulu, Hawaii. Number 8, Dallas, Texas. Number 9, Seattle, Washington. And number 10, Portland, Oregon. You notice how the entire coast is completely in entire collapse? Seattle, Portland, San Francisco, all the major cities along the coast that sold out. And the amount of empty homes. So here's the median price list. And change in inventories right there. And listings with price reductions right here. Wow. Wow. So, lots of sideline buyers in the United States waiting for a lot of these homes to get down below $200,000 mark to jump into the market, which will be very soon in the United States. City releases first empty homes tax annual report. So Vancouver is finally up there now with the amount of empty homes. They're making money off the vacant home tax, which is a good thing that empty homes are going to be taxed. They're trying to raise it to 3%, not 1%. Police worried as gangs increasingly target girls for recruitment. Again, another problem. And this is the Hawaii lady here that got arrested from China, who's basically being held in a Canadian prison right now, waiting for extradition to China. And anyways, guys, I kind of want to throw this out there. Someone's asking, any happy news today? Well, there's always happiness out there, right? It just, unfortunately, good news doesn't travel as fast as bad news. Okay, guys, Handheld Junkie. I'm going to leave the link in the comments there. Please subscribe to this channel. I want to grow it. I spend a lot of time doing this kind of stuff and having fun. Subscribe to this channel in case my main channel goes down. At least there's another channel you guys could see me. And I'll put hidden messages in this one if the main one gets taken down. I'll have, like, secret messages encoded in these ones so people can know what's going on, you know? So, anyways, guys, lots of people in the comment section. Someone saying, Mike Martin says your kid watched Ryan Tour review. No, he used to watch that, but he stopped watching that. And someone says your mods are out of control. Lord Humongous on notice. Free speech. And someone saying, why would your channel go down? Everybody goes down. Once you get too close to the answers, or once you get too close to a solution, you're done. They ain't looking for solutions. They ain't looking for answers. They just want you to follow the status quo. That's what it's all about. Guys, stop fighting in the comment section, guys. Please. We have moderators on there from all different countries here because too many people are... People could say what they want, but when they start trashing people in the comments... When people start trashing each other in the comment section... It's gotta stop, guys. We need to get along here on this channel. There's so many channels out there where everybody's trashing each other and just... I don't know how some of those channels, those big channels with like 200,000-300,000 subs, how they could deal with all those people just trashing each other on there and hate speech and... Like, when I'm talking hate speech, I mean hate speech. You know, big. So there's Peter there. Anyways, guys, that's that, guys. I'm going to wrap it up. It's been 2 hours and 20 minutes. I want to thank you for joining me on Mike in the Night. Really intense topics here we're covering. I'd like to know what you guys think. Thanks for supporting me. If you're just tuning in. Yeah, no, Mr. E today, he said he's got a change in schedule. He's got a change in schedule, so not sure where he's at, so he's probably in the middle of something, so I don't want to bug him. It's almost midnight here. And, yeah, and people trolling on the channel. There's free speech and then there's hate, so people want to troll and stuff. I don't need it on the channel. I really don't need it. A majority of these people don't even subscribe to the channel anyway. What's the point? You know? Anyways, guys, good night. Thank you so much for joining me. God bless, and we'll see you on Wednesday for trends in the housing market. Good night.